Hello and welcome to section 7.3. We're going to be working with another method for solving systems today. This one is called elimination. It's my favorite method for solving systems. Here are the answers for 7.2. If you guys have any questions on substitution, make sure you see me for help. And a couple word problems for you. Alright, so this is called elimination is kind of how my smartboard is not working right now. 1 second. Okay, my smartboard should be good now. They call this solve linear systems by adding or subtracting. We're going to call this elimination. And it's the third method that we have. So here's an example of where you'd see it. So I've been telling you guys that we're going to learn easier methods of solving some of these questions. This is where it comes up. Two cars get an oil change at the same service center. Each customer is charged a fee, X in dollars, for the oil change plus Y dollars per quart of oil used. The oil change for the car that requires 5 quarts costs $22.45, and the oil change for the car that requires 7 quarts of oil costs $22.45. Find the fee and the cost per quart of oil. We're going to call F the fee, and we're going to call, I don't want to use an O, we'll call Q the number, or the cost per quart of oil. Okay, so one of my, we'll call car 1, the cost, or the, let's see. Okay, so for car 1, there's 5 quarts, plus we have the flat fee, whatever that fee is, and that adds up to $22.45. And then for the second car, they had 7 quarts of oil, plus they have that flat fee, whatever that fee is, and they spent $25.45. So what I've been saying is, if we had to solve these equations and graph them and solve them, or graph them and then figure out where they cross, it's just going to be the numbers work terribly. And so there's an easier way to do this called elimination. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate one of the variables. And to do that, I'm going to take one of these equations and I'm going to multiply it by -1. And I'll explain why I'm doing this. So the new equation is -5q minus f equals -22.45. This equation becomes this right here. And if I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to draw a red line through that since I'm done with that one now. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the two equations together. So 2q, f plus -f is 0, and then 3. If I add 25.45 and 22.45, or -22.45, so I divide by 2, and I find out that quarts is 1.5. So what that says is the cost per quart is $1.50. And then I got to figure out what the fee is. Okay, so I figure out what Q is. Now I'm going to take my 1.5 and plug it in to one of my equations. I'll just do 5Q, so 5 times 1.5, plus my fee equals 22.45. And I'm going to grab a calculator just because there's a bunch of decimals and I don't want to spend a lot of time on arithmetic for the video. So 5 times 1.5 is 750. That one's pretty straightforward. Plus f equals 22.45. So I'll just take my 22.45 and I will subtract my 750 from both sides. And that leaves me with f equals 14.95. So it's 14.95 for the fee plus $1.50 for the oil. Okay, here are the steps. I'm not going to be doing the subtraction method because it involves, kids make mistakes. I've been teaching this for a while, and it's easier to multiply by -1 and then add them. So here's what we're going to do. These ones are already ready to go. You have the 2 and you have the negative 2. If I add them together, it gives me 0. So one of the variables eliminates. So 3y and 5y is 8y. 11 plus 13 is 24. Divide by 8 and you're done. So this method of solving systems is really quick. And then I got to figure out what x is, so I'm going to plug it back into one of the equations. So 2x plus 3 times 3 is 9 equals 11. Subtract 9. Divide by 2. X equals 1. So my solution is 1 comma 3. Now here, if we take a look at the y's, they're not opposites. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply one of these equations by negative 1. I always choose the number in which if I take a look at the other variable, I have 4 versus 5. I always choose the smaller one. And this is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. But it's going to make it so that you have less negative numbers to work with. So. Okay, so that's my equation. When I multiply it by negative 1, I'm just going to draw a line through because I don't need it anymore. And then I'm going to add them together. So 5x and negative 4x is 1x. 3 and negative 3 is 0. Negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. Oh, x is already by itself, so x equals negative 4. So that one you don't have to divide by anything at the end. And then plug in the negative 4 to get your y. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16 plus 3y equals 2. So add the 16 to both sides. 3y equals 18. Divide by 3. Divide by 3y equals 6. And just like before, you can check your answer. Plug in your solution to both equations. All right, I'm going to do an example where you range like terms. You get everything on the same side. So if it's not in standard form, you're going to put them into standard form. So I haven't really said that yet, but all of these equations are all in standard form. This one I'm going to have to subtract 3x from both sides. So you have 8x minus 4y equals negative 4, and then you have negative 3x positive 4y equals 14. And now they're both in standard form once I subtract the 3x from both sides. And then I'm ready to eliminate because we have 4 and negative 4. So we have 5x equals 10, and then x equals 2 if I divide by 5. Plug in your x to get your y value, and I'm going to leave it as that. If you guys need to see more examples in class, I got some more examples that we could look at. So let me know if you wanted to see another example in class. But here is your assignment. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.